Needed versus ritual, let's talk about it. These are two very popular prenatals, and I have both on hand during this pregnancy, and I want to talk about why, and I want to talk about why I prefer the needed ones, even though you have to take 8 of them a day, which is insanity. So the ritual ones, you only have to have 2 a day, much more manageable. I started taking the needed prenatals, which they make one that's like an essentials version that you take if you're trying to get pregnant or like getting ready to try to get pregnant. I took those for like 3 to 6 months prior to getting pregnant, and you only have to take 3 a day. Much, much easier. Then when you get pregnant, you're supposed to switch to these ones, and this is 8 a day. They also make it in a powder, but I know myself, I will not remember to do that. I have to literally carry this around with me. But order them online. And there was like a 5-day window where I was waiting on these to come in because I accidentally delayed them. That was my bad. And I went to the store and picked these up. And I will not lie, earlier on in my pregnancy, when I was super nauseous, I was happy to have these because of the fact that it was much more manageable when I was like throwing up constantly to only take 2 of these versus taking 8 of these. These give me, though, the worst fish oil burps. I'm not going to lie. It is brutal. Whoever said they don't, uh, they're lying to you personally. But I want to talk about the ingredients and why needed is so much better in my opinion. As someone with no medical training whatsoever, but just what the research I have done on my own. Vitamin D is like crucial for women in general. But needed has twice as much vitamin D as ritual. Ritual only has 2,000 IUs of vitamin D, whereas needed has 4,000. Second up is the amount of choline that they both have. Choline is really important for how a fetal brain develops. And while both of these do have choline, which is awesome because not all prenatals do, Ritual only has, I think, 55 milligrams, and Needed has, let me check, Needed has 400 milligrams. My nauseous girlies know B6 is amazing. It's very important. Ritual has no B6 in it. Needed has 40 milligrams of B6. If you're not nauseous, B6 is really important for stuff like energy and mood stabilization and metabolism and all of that good stuff. So B6 is awesome. Ritual contains iron and Needed doesn't. For me, if I take too much iron, like I take an iron supplement, but every other day, if I take iron every single day, my stomach is not happy with me, and that's just me. So if you're someone who is sensitive to iron or you need iron, but you need it in more like of a controlled way, that is definitely something to note between needed and ritual. In my opinion, I find needed to be a lot more comprehensive. It has stuff like calcium and selenium and zinc and vitamin A and vitamin B6, like I said, and just things that I feel that ritual was missing for me. But again, I did love that I only had to take 2 pills with ritual, especially during those times where I was like beyond nauseous.